to talk about some common houseplants that are some of my favorites. I feel like when you look on YouTube and Instagram, you see a lot of rare plants, but there are a ton of awesome, just common houseplants that you can find, and some of my favorite plants are common, non-expensive houseplants. So I wanted to show you a couple of those, and one of the things that is nice about a common plant is they're easier to take care of. So if you wanted to add some more rare or more expensive plants into your collection, you can have these nicer ones that are a little bit more less maintenance. So one of my favorites is a silvery Ann pothos, which is here. It's kind of cut off. It hangs on one of my cabinets all the way down to the ground. So you get a little bit to see, but I love this plant because it's likes bright indirect sunlight. So I have mine kind of almost, I would say about 10 feet away from a southern window. And like I said, it's up on a hutch. So it gets plenty of light, but it's not too close where it would burn the leaves. And another thing about them is you kind of just leave them alone. I water, right now it's winter, so I'm watering probably once every 2 weeks, maybe 3 if it's not completely dried out yet. But I just love how each leaf looks different and they're easy to care for. And I think I got this one for like $15 at Home Depot. So that's always a bonus when you don't have to spend a ton of money and also get something that's super pretty. Next on my list is a philodendron Brazil that is very tingly right now. I'll try and show that off. One of my favorites, I love variegation on it. Again, I feel like every leaf looks different and it's kind of fun. The new growth comes in pink, so you get all these different colors and they're super fast growing and they're easy to take care of. Again, watering every 2 weeks, winter, I'm saying, and they're easy to propagate and they're just all over. Pretty, you can find them pretty much anywhere, any big box store, any nursery. They're, like I said, pretty inexpensive again. I've had mine for a while, so I can't exactly remember how much I paid for it, but I'm assuming it's around like 15, 20 again. And yeah, just one of my favorites. I love how much they grow and all the different colors. And I know if you play around with the lighting a little bit, you can get more of the lime green versus dark green. If you want, you know, lighter or darker, you can kind of play around with the lighting and you'll see more of that throughout the plant. Third on my list is Hoya carnosa, just your plain green leaves. I know variegation is super popular, but these have awesome blooms in the summer. I actually keep mine outside in the summer, so there are a couple little sunburn marks on this one, but overall it's fast growing. Like I said, I get a ton of peduncles in the summer. That's why I actually have it right by my front door. So it gets enough sun, but not so much that it fries out. But I think I had last summer probably 8 blooms on this, and they're light pink. They're little fuzzy, super pretty. I haven't quite figured out how to get it to bloom in the house. I just don't think there's enough humidity where it's actually in my son's room that the peduncles start, but they dry up and fall off. So being outside, it will bloom a ton. So I'm just kind of sticking with that. But yeah, they're, I would say, pretty common as well. And you can get them a little bit bigger when they're just, like I said, the plain leaves I kind of feel like isn't as popular, but I think they're still super pretty and they're easy. They kind of shrivel up and the leaves tell you when it needs to be watered. So all about that. And yeah, like I said, it grows a ton. So I would highly recommend. All right, number 4, not a hanging plant. I don't know how I managed to do that, but number 4 is orchids. I love orchids, and I always was hesitant to get them because I've killed a few over the years, but I finally figured out how to take care of them. And key is, they're not that hard to take care of. The roots tell you everything. So get a clear pot, and when they need water, they kind of turn into like a gray. I just watered mine not that long ago, so I can't even really show you, but the roots turn kind of a gray color, and then when they're fully watered, they actually kind of that bright green, if you can see that. And same thing, water probably once a week in the summer. I kick back a little in the winter. Mine's actually had a lot more blooms on it, but they are starting to fall off now, so I only have a couple left. But this is actually, I think, my 3rd time it's bloomed for me. So once this does all fall off, this stem will turn brown and then cut it down at the base. And it will rebloom again. If you're lucky, you'll get 2. I think I got 2 stems this year. And I mean, the blooms last for months. So they're super pretty, and they're not as hard to take care of as I think most people think they are. They kind of tell you what they need, and as long as you have a nice orchid mix in there so it's really airy, they'll do just fine. And I mean, again, you can find these anywhere, many different colors. I like the spotted ones. I think they're pretty, but I know I got this one at Aldi, and I don't even think I paid, it might have been $10. And I've never had a problem with it, and it's grown so much since I've had it. And I mean, it's absolutely beautiful, and it's just on my kitchen table all year round. Even when it doesn't have a bloom, I still keep it there and just wait till it recycles. All right, last on the list, number 5, ZZ plant. Mine is a raven. I don't have a normal ZZ, but I thought I'd throw this in here still because I got it relatively a decent price. I got it at the grocery store for $25, and I think a normal ZZ goes around $20. I'm not 100% sure because I don't have one, but these are great. You basically get to just forget about them is the best thing to do. Low light, so that is really nice that you can kind of have it throughout the house. Stems will wrinkle when they need to be watered. So I love plants that tell me when they need water, because I tend to underwater than overwater typically what happens in my house. But with the ZZ, the new growth will come in green, and then it turns black as it ages. And I have a bunch of new growth actually kind of coming in, so I'm super excited because it didn't do much for a while, and now it's finally kicking in. So those are my common houseplants that I would suggest. Like I said, good prices, easy to take care of, so you don't always have to have rare plants to have a nice houseplant collection. You can get things that are inexpensive and they're still fun to look at. Like I said, I love that this turns black. The raven's super pretty. That's obviously why I bought it. But I have a lot of common houseplants that I like just as much, if not more, than some of my rarer ones. So it's all in what you like. But that is all I have for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks.